Hello everyone, I'm of course the Red Californian, and today I'm going to be talking about a video pertaining to everyone's favorite subject in California, gun control. Now of course today, like I said previously, I'm going to be talking about gun control, and more specifically, why it doesn't work. So of course, I'm going to be bringing up 3 reasons as to why gun control does not work in California, specifically for proletarian purposes. The first reason would be that gun control hasn't really solved the issue of gun violence. That's the issue that a lot of liberals and even sometimes some conservatives would bring up, that of course that gun control solves gun violence, because if you take guns off the street, you can't, of course, if you can't buy guns, you can't of course commit the crime of shooting someone, killing someone, robbing someone. But however, that isn't exactly the case, as according to the Sacramento Bee, more people were killed with guns in California last year than in any other year. Noting specifically, this is an article from 2017, so what I mean by last year, I mean 2017, so last year's 2016. And the statistics are wrong. Killers killed 1,368 people using firearms in 2016 alone, compared to 2014's 1,168 deaths, which is about a 15% increase. Murders also increased in cities like San Diego, San Jose, San Bernardino, and of course, Los Angeles. So of course, the reason why this isn't exactly a great idea is, like I said, with California's gun controls, is that obviously with gun control, it doesn't solve the issue of gun violence, because of course anyone, and this is a point I'm going to bring up later, but anyone can of course buy a gun off the street. You can of course buy one for, granted they're going to be more expensive, but criminals really just don't give a shit. They'll buy a gun, whether it be a pistol, an AK-47, anything. Some people even bought rocket launchers in some cases. But with that in mind, the only problem with one of the biggest problems of gun control is the fact that it doesn't really solve its main purpose, which is to stop gun violence. And the reason why that doesn't work is because, like I said, gun violence doesn't exactly stop. And I'm going to move on to my next reason, which is it disarms the proletariat and allows for reactionary forces, including the military and the police, to oppress and suppress the views and ideas of the proletariat and vanguard proletarian forces like the Communist Party, the Socialist Party, and so on. And I'm going to prove this with a quote. We've seen this in Nazi Germany, where the idea of gun control got into the wrong mindset. The gun registry, which both Democrats and Republicans are in favor of, although for different reasons, was implemented to attack and detain political opponents and Jews who wanted the right to carry and keep their arms when referring to Nazi Germany. Disarming the proletariat, as we have seen with the NRA and future President Ronald Reagan, banning open carry in the state of California after civil rights activists and Marxist-Leninist Maoist group, the Black Panthers, decided to march and take over the California State House in Sacramento. It shows that obviously when it comes to Californian gun control and even state control, gun control in the past, it shows that it doesn't work, and in fact disarms the proletariat that actually need guns more than anything, and it allows for the military and the police to have the power to suppress anyone that of course is willing to of course fight for what's right. And it has been shown of course in Nazi Germany, when of course it had gotten to the point where United States Army troops had to basically airdrop pistols that were one shot only to civilians and war prisoners of war, and of course give them that pistol so they can kill a Nazi, and of course take their gun. So we have seen this, of course, with the Nazi Germany, with, of course, Nazis, fascist Italy, and, of course, the civil rights era of the 1960s, as it has been shown. And reason number 3, and this is my last reason, it is much easier for criminals or anyone to build or buy a fully working firearm. It has been shown and proven that with some to little skill, one could easily build a working firearm with just a couple pipes laying around, as it has been proven with YouTube videos building firearms. I mean, amateur gun builders, in other words, building firearms out of just, in some cases, just pipes. Just including just a couple pieces, which is literally just a big ass pipe, something that's supposed to act as the firing pin, and another pipe. Literally, I saw a video of a guy that made a pipe slam fire shotgun, and I'm using quotes because it's what it is, but I'm just using quotes because it's technically a firearm, although not officially. Sort of. It's basically, you get 2 big ass pipes, one of which at the end of it has a firing pin, and you basically are supposed to slam back, and that's supposed to act as the trigger of sorts, even though there really isn't a trigger. It's literally just you pulling back, and that's supposed to trigger the gunpowder within the shotgun shell. And there are things that only costs like $20 to make. There's also more advanced weapons that you can make, such as Philip Ludi's pipe submachine gun that Philip Ludi made as a way of counter-protest against American gun control and British gun control as well, which is even more strict. So, in other words, he made a bunch of manuals on how to make basic weaponry out of hardware store parts, and it literally proves my point that with gun control, you're not really taking away the gun from criminals or anyone that really wants one. You're really just taking away guns from people that actually deserve them and actually need them, which of course are law-abiding citizens and the proletariat. And taking away those guns takes away the rights of the proletariat to fight against anything that of course can be seen as reactionary and oppressive, such as the state, the military, the police, and so on. Anyways, guys, that will of course do it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any other ideas on what you'd like to see, please leave a comment down below. And if you'd like to see more, please subscribe. I'd love the support. And yeah, this is of course the Red Californian signing off. Have a good one.
Arise, you prisoners of starvation! Arise, you wretched of the